สวัสดีครับอย่าลืมกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ผมด้วยนะครับพีทฟอลโล่ซับสไครป์พี่แชร์ครับผมเดี๋ยวคุยกับน้องชายหรือพี่ชายอ่านสลับปิดกันหรือเปล่าเนี่ยพูดแล้วทำไมลิ้นพันกัน
Ultima may
ให้
have
ตาย
created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, there may be, but a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must.
ฉันเข้าใจนายดี
Yes. I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
เราไปไงไปเรือหอเหรอไม่มีเรือหอ
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back.
ต้องทำพาสปอร์ตหรือเปล่า
And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
คนละเรื่องกันหรือเปล่า
Time to talk to Jill.
ไป
I
หา
only
จิว
hope she understands.
ทางไหนเนี่ยทางนี้มันทางตันด้านบนดูแผนที่ก่อนที่ห้องนั่นไงเดี๋ยวก็ไปที่ห้องให้ตายดิไปดูดิว่าเรา
Still alive,
ซื้อของได้
are
ไหม
you?
ว่ามีอาวุธใหม่หรือเปล่า
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it.
อันเดิมดีอยู่แล้ว
Say
เดี๋ยว
what
ขึ้น
you
ไปด้านบ
will.
น
Lady Karen has seen our ship.
ไปหาหวานใจ
Do you think it'll tell us about his
น้ำ
adventures
ส้ม
in
หวานใจ
Ash?
ให้ตายดิทางนี้หรือเปล่ามาถูกทางหรือเปล่าเนี่ยเอาถูกไหมเนี่ยสงสัยจะเลยเอาประตูไหนไม่แปลกเอาโอ้โหวิ่งเลยให้ตายเถอะทางด้านบนนี้โอ้เราวิ่งเลยมาประตูตรงกลางเดี๋ยวไปหาน้ำส้มหวานใจให้ตายทางไหนเนี่ยได้ทางนี้แล้วเดินตามทางไปเลยแล้วนะให้ตายเถอะด้านบนนี้สินะเดี๋ยวเราไปดูกล่องนี่อะไรครบหรือเปล่าอ่านมาไม่ใช่อ่านมาอ่านโจโกโบน่าจะทางนี้
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
อันนี้อะไรดูอ่ะ
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
จดหมายเราจะไปทำภารกิจก่อนแล้วเนี่ยเดี๋ยวเราไปหาเจมส์ เมื่อกี้ดันไปเปิดกล่องจดหมายใช่ไหมให้ถ่ายดิเดี๋ยวคุยกัน
Vivian,
ได้ของ
I
ให
read
ม่
your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Ê, อยู่ทางไหนทางนั้นเหรอไหนเนี่ยรอทางนี้เหรอกลับไปห้องเดิมที่ไปหาจิวเมื่อกี้ใช่หรือเปล่าหรือว่าเรามั่วไม่มั่วหรอกวะไม่ถ่ายเลยอ๋อไม่ใช่นะคุยกับตะเท่า
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers, a tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnik, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Tầng này đểดูแผนที่เดี๋ยวเราค่อยไปเดี๋ยวไปเก็บภารกิจเรากันภารกิจลองประตูไหนในแผนที่นี้มันอยู่ตรงไหนตรงนี้ไก่ไหมเนี่ยตูกมาด้วยไหมเนี่ยว่าตูกมาด้วยตัวอะไรสุนัขจิ้งจอกกัดมันตุบไหนเนี่ยพวกออกหรือเปล่าพวกทหารที่โดนพิษสั้นโดนพลังที่ต้านสิ่งฟันไม่โดนมันเติมพลังได้เลยกัดมันซุปน่าจะตรงนั้นเข้าไปได้ไหมเนี่ยเจอเลยไหมเนี่ยบนนั้นประตูนี้สิอะไรจดหมายร้อยตีบอสอ่านถูกไหมเนี่ย
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barrack?
โอ้โหยาวมันอยู่ตรงไหนเนี่ย
His interests were certainly varied.
อ๋อนี่เจอแล้ว
But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
เข้าไปหาเวก่อนกลับสงสัยจะเจอศัตรูซะแล้วมั้งเนี่ย
Leaving so soon, stranger.
แคน
We've been watching you from a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
And we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
ไม่มีทุกพื้นเลยโอ้โหโดนตีทีเดียวสตันเลยใช้พลังน้ำแข็งเอาเพิงฟินิกไปแดดเว้ยดูการมันตกแล้วตัวพรนี่ใช้ท่าโหดีโอ้โหอย่างไรเอาไปทีการมันตุ๊บจบด้วยปีกฟินิชเฮ้ยโอ้โหโดนถอยก่อนโอ้โหตัวปิวเลยจัดการมันตุ๊บตุ๊บกระโดดกัดอันนี้ตุยเลย
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
ไปไหนเดี๋ยวก่อนไปไหนแล้วบ้าจริง
Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
ขับไปที่ไฮเวย์
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it? Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Quest complete เดี๋ยวดูสิว่าได้ของอะไร
How
หรือ
may
เปล่า
I help you today, Clive?
อ๋อได้นี่คืออะไร
All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
จะกลับไปที่ตีดาบอ่ะเดี๋ยวเราดูสิว่าตีดาบแล้วนะ
Still alive, are you? Go on then.
ใช้ยาว
You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
นี่คือลิมิตเหรอเปลี่ยนเป็นตัวนี้ดีไหมดีขึ้น 30%
It'd better all be here.
Attack บวก 10อ่ะอันนี้ลิมิตแล้วนะ
Finished, are you?
เดี๋ยวลองติดตัวนี้ดูสิดีไหมเนี่ยแทนตัวนี้ไปโอเคจะไปที่คริสตันลุยเลยเลย
You're at it. Clive, if you see me dad up there, tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him he'll be in the front row.
ไม่ต้องกลัวฉันจะต้องรอดกลับมาแน่นอนรออีกหน่อยแล้วกัน ให้ตายดิ
Behave yourself, Mitt.
มิส
We'll see.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Taya have to say about that? Come back before she finds out, eh?
แคปร้องไห้ให้ตายไม่ต้องกลัวเดี๋ยวว่ากลับมา
Thank you, Yote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
That's kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Taya. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, two. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before, so just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That'll be well.
If that is all?
Not quite. Jill.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him. And you. You take care of her too, boy.
ดูดูแลน้ำส้มหวานใจด้วยนะให้ตายดิ
Don't forget, Clive. We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
I'll be back. I promise. I love you, Jill.
ฉันรักเธอจิวน้ำส้มหวานใจอันนี้เรื่องเดียวกันหรือเปล่าคนละเรื่อง
I know. I love you too.
เช่นกันจิวให้ตายดิ ดราม่าซะงั้น
Now, we have a god to kill.
บินมาเลยเนี่ยโอ้นี่สิ
Here they come. Hold on, Joshua.
Already am.
ไม่ตัวเลยเนี่ยกำลังวางพุทธนะ
It's going to make us a way in.
โอ้โหโคตรแรงไม่เปิดทางเข้าไปแล้วอย่าลืมกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ผมด้วยนะครับ Please follow subscribe please share ให้มาโผล่ที่ไหนเนี่ย
So, this is Origin.
A far cry from heaven.
เฮ้ยมันอยู่ไหนเนี่ย
Where it all began.
อ๋ออยู่ข้างบน
Where it all begins. Our ark. Your architect.
There you are.
นั่นไงสี่มือ
It was here that we slumbered. Here that we waited for centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well,
เดี๋ยว
There's 3 of us and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
ใส่ก่อนเลยใช่ไหมมันจับได้
Dominance. We will show you what it means to suffer.
Rồi rồi đấy. Ôi, ồ, rồi. Ôi, ồ. Căng ra. รอดไหมเนี่ยโผล่มาตรงนี้แล้วไม่นะคืนไปโอ้โหมันหลบได้ตีนประทับหน้าอกเลยพลังไม่ลดเลยตีหลบกันผมใช้บาเรียกันอันตรายเลือดลดไปนิดเดียวเองออกไปทีมเวิร์กใช้พลังพร้อมกันเลยเนี่ยโดนไหมเนี่ยใช้บาเรียกันได้นะเฮ้ยเทเลพอร์ตมาเต็มทันไหมเนี่ย อย่าลืมกดไลค์กดแชร์กดติดตามให้ผมด้วยนะครับมีฟอลโล่กดไลค์กดแชร์โอ้โหรอดไปเนี่ยโอ้โหโดนเต็มๆเลยบางมุดรอดไปเนี่ย อ๋ออยู่นั่นเลย
Joshua. Thank the Founder.
ใช้พลังฟินิกซ์ช่วยเนี่ยให้ตายเลยไม่อยู่ที่ไหนเนี่ย
You look terrible.
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be alright.
And Dion. Take my hand.
ส่งไปมา
I told you, I'll be...
Come on.
มาเร็ว
Thank you.
ทำลายคิดซะ
Press on.
Always.
The Core ถูกไหมเนี่ย